No, fool.
Let me take you on a mouth-watering journey to El Salvador, where three incredible treasures await. First, there's the pupusa. Imagine a warm, handmade corn tortilla stuffed with melted cheese, beans, or pork. The way it sizzles on the griddle is pure magic. Then we have jacuts, these small, sweet tart fruits that locals absolutely adore. Think of them as nature's candy, with a flavor that dances between plum and mango. And don't get me started on ananas. This creamy, custard-like fruit is like nature's ice cream, with flesh so sweet and smooth it'll make you forget about dessert. These three delicacies aren't just food, they're a taste of Salvadoran culture, history, and love wrapped in unforgettable flavors. Next time you're in El Salvador, do yourself a favor and try all three.
Picture this: a young, tech-savvy president in a leather jacket and backward baseball cap, leading a country into what he calls the future of finance. That's Nayib Bukele, El Salvador's controversial president who's been making waves globally since taking office in 2019. Let me tell you a story about how this 42-year-old former marketing executive turned politician has completely transformed his country, for better or worse, depending on who you ask. When Bukele first stepped onto the political stage, he wasn't your typical suit-and-tie politician. He branded himself as the world's coolest dictator on Twitter, now X, and made headlines by becoming the first leader to make Bitcoin legal tender in his country. But here's where it gets interesting. While some praise him as a visionary who's fighting gang violence and modernizing El Salvador, others see him as an authoritarian figure who's bending democratic rules to his will. Under his leadership, El Salvador has seen its lowest murder rates in decades, but at what cost? His controversial state of exception has led to the arrest of over 75,000 people, raising serious human rights concerns. Think about this. In a country once plagued by gang violence where people lived in constant fear, Bukele's iron-fisted approach has made streets safer. Yet the same policies have given him unprecedented power, allowing him to seek re-election despite constitutional term limits. His Bitcoin experiment? Well, that's another fascinating chapter. When most leaders were skeptical about cryptocurrency, Bukele went all in, making El Salvador the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. He even used public funds to buy Bitcoin, promising a financial revolution. While this bold move put El Salvador on the crypto map, it's also exposed the country to the volatile nature of cryptocurrency markets. Now, as we watch this story unfold, Bukele remains a polarizing figure. A millennial leader who's either disrupting traditional governance for the better or dismantling democratic institutions, depending on your perspective. One thing's for sure, his presidency has turned El Salvador into a fascinating case study of modern leadership, technological innovation, and the delicate balance between security and democracy.